Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdMudOn, and I'll be doing my next installment of my Let's Talk About Me series. This is a video series where I have the opportunity and the privilege to tell you guys about key moments within my life and also share some stories along the way. So to jump right into it, guys, I thought for this episode I would talk about hobbies that I uphold and my passions that I currently uphold. So anyway, guys, to really jump right into it, some of the things that I used to do when I was a lot younger is that I would do a lot of drawing. And some of the drawings that I would do were a little bit more of the medieval kind of era because I was so fascinated by that kind of era, of course. I mean, chopping people in half with swords, sticking spears through their stomach, and shooting them in the face with bow and arrows, or just arrows in general. That was pretty fascinating to me. I used to check out a lot of books at the local library and also our school library, which was kind of a joke, but, it's a school library. It's not supposed to be this huge place of archives and information to really digest into. It's just kind of some fiction and nonfiction stories followed by some of the encyclopedias and all that stuff that you guys probably checked out or am checking out right now. So, I guess anyway, guys, when it comes down to the fundamentals of how that worked, I did that for quite a while, and to be honest with you guys, I would be completely lying if I told you I still didn't have a passion for it. Obviously, I'm very fascinated by it, and I've done quite a bit of research, may that be the internet, may that be reading books, and just fiction and nonfiction and stuff like that, and just kind of having a good time. But I guess when it comes down to how that works now, I don't do a whole lot of drawing, and I guess it's because of the sheer fact that my time is so occupied by video and audio engineering that I just don't really have a passion for it to the highest degree that I once did, but I still enjoy it from time to time. I'll still check out articles, I'll still look into it, I'll see the structures that are still pre-existing today, and I'm still fascinated by that kind of stuff. Now, what is my second passion? What is another thing that you guys probably don't know about me? Well, I do airsoft, and airsoft is something I've been very passionate about for the last 3-4 years now. Most of the time I just do it with a couple of guys, some friends and stuff like that. May that be 20 to 50 friends. It's a lot of fun. A lot of the courses that we go to are not really professional ones. They're just kind of like at, farms and stuff like that. There may be equipment, there may be whatever, and we just kind of have a good time. I know that's maybe not to something of a degree that what you guys were commonly associated with if you are going to these major tournaments and stuff like that. I've always wanted to go to one of them, but I also don't live in a state that really has a lot of those. I mean, a lot of those places that you guys commonly see are overseas for one. Scotland is a very notorious place for having some of the best places in the world to have airsoft in because they're humongous woods and stuff like that. Also California and stuff like that where it's a little bit too hot for me, especially for degrees. I would love to go there, but I also am not much of a outside kind of person. I mean, obviously, if I do YouTube, if I have a passion for it and I'm driven by, air conditioning, I would probably not suffice too much in a temperature that's commonly associated with 100 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So I guess that's how that stands. Now, a lot of you guys will probably ask, what kind of a weapon do I use? Am I fully geared? How much money have I dumped into it? And the actual, pricing of my particular weapon. Well, my gun is an M4A1, and I do have approximately 6 magazines. I have BMUs, whatever, just the armor and stuff like that, the clothing, the helmet, and all that fun stuff. So I do play the role. I guess I do a little bit of role playing in that aspect. But, you're shooting each other with BBs. Of course, you want to run around with something besides just going full commando on this stuff. It's not very notorious and not very comfortable in many accounts. But also, I want you guys to know that my gun costed me approximately $600. Obviously, that's with upgrades inside of it, and that's not counting the 6 magazine. That's just with 1 magazine inside of it. But, I've also upgraded, the barrel. I've done a little bit of extensive work on the actual battery and stuff like that. So it does make sense. My gun is full metal. Also, every single piece on it is pretty much metal. Obviously, the stock is hard plastic, so that makes sense, but everything else is completely metal, and I spent a lot of time on doing that because I was somebody that believed if you bought a full metal gun, it's going to last you a sufficient amount of time, and I stand by that. I still think that's a very true fact. Now, I don't have a problem with people that buy hard plastic or plastic guns or Walmart edition or whatever you guys like to buy if you guys are into this kind of hobby. But I'm just saying, I was somebody that went the 100 miles and everything seemed to work out for me, or the 100 yards, or whatever your expression is for that particular notion. So anyway, I guess that's something I do on the side. Obviously, I don't do it all year round just because there's only so many seasons that are actually good for it. Obviously, August a pretty good time to do it just because the temperature isn't crazy, but up until December, it's pretty good in between there. That's a pretty good start for it. You can do it in the summer, but I am somebody that does not exactly like heat too much. Obviously, air conditioning is my best friend, and it's been pretty nice to me so far. So maybe that's a habit I need to break, I don't know, but sweating is not something that I'm very enjoying, I guess you could say, when the temperatures rise. So anyway, guys, I guess you guys can probably expect the next one. I do a lot of video and audio engineering. Obviously, if I'm doing videos, if I'm spending thousands of dollars on my PC, I have an interest in technology. I obviously like making videos for you guys. I do the best I can with what I got, and I'm willing to spend the extra initiative, I guess, revenue that I currently uphold to make you guys happy. Obviously, it's not just to make you happy. I enjoy making the best videos that I can. I enjoy playing with you guys as a community, and I really enjoy playing the gaming kind of side of YouTube. You know, being able to do that kind of stuff is great. It gives you a different perception. It allows you to become something that you're maybe not too accustomed to. And I always think it's interesting when I ask, like, guys, I'm like, hey, do you have an Xbox 360? You play on PS3? Or are you a PC player? And they're like, oh, I don't play video games. It's like, really? Like, you don't play video games? It's pretty accustomed. It doesn't have to be a guy, but you guys commonly know what I'm talking about. Because most of the girls are a little bit more acceptable to, like, the different kind of gaming side. Like, I don't know a whole lot of girls that have an Xbox 360. I know a few, and everything works out from that standpoint. But it seems to be a little bit more of the app side of it now that's considered gaming, and that's a completely different argument for a different day. If you guys agree with it or not, I don't know where I fall. I really don't find it to be too much of a gaming habit, but I guess we'll find out. I'll talk about it in another video that's a little bit more defined to that characteristic. So to really jump into it, guys, I guess that's what I like. You know, I really like making videos for you guys, and I really like doing a lot of the hobbies that I've talked about. Obviously, those are a few. I mean, obviously, I like to go swimming. I like to do stuff like that. I like to hang out with friends. That's something that's very accustomed, I think, with most teenagers, and or really any kind of human for that matter. I think we all like to be in groups. I think we all like to associate ourselves with other people, and I think we all like to follow our dreams of becoming whatever specific role that which you want to do. Obviously, I want to become a graphics designer and or game developer. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be a job I'd love, and I'm still trying to search for that ability to find a job that I currently like right now, and I'll talk about that in the next episode maybe, but the functionality of it still aligns, guys. I mean, you look for the path that you want to become. You look for something that you're interested in because you're grabbed to it in such a degree. Obviously, doing YouTube is a kind of format in that format, but not really. It's hit or miss. It's more of a representation of really showcasing information, kind of like reviews and stuff like that. But I guess that's what I'd have to say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. It was a little bit of a different format from what I normally do, but it also talks about my life. It gives you guys general information, and hopefully with time we'll be able to make this something of a reality and you guys will continually enjoy. If you guys would like to suggest other ideas for other episodes, please let me know in the comments below, because I would be interested in following up with some more videos of this format. So anyway, guys, this is NMO, and I'll be signing out. Peace.